Here at the University of Central Missouri, teachers and staff alike want their students to succeed. So today we sit down with Darren Plummer to help get into the mind of the staff and see what they truly expect from their students.
My goal is to make sure that students have every opportunity that they want to pursue. The old adage of you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. I want to make sure that we have plenty of water for our students, and in the terms of having equipment that's readily available. I feel like if we give them everything, including the opportunity to get their hands on equipment and the process on how to use that equipment, that there shouldn't be any excuses for them not to use that equipment and to better themselves. I'm a firm believer that the more work that you do outside of class, the better you're going to market yourself. You know, it's important to do the classwork and to take the instructions from the faculty, but if everybody does the same project every semester, then all the demo reels are going to look the same. You got to go out and do stuff outside of class on your own. Check out the equipment, go do a shoot, go do a sports highlight show, whatever, but do that in addition to your schoolwork. To me, it's important for students to get out and do stuff outside of class because this is a very competitive market. A lot of people love movies and they feel like they want to be a part of a movie set, and that sounds great in theory, but you have to put the work in. It's a very competitive field. So, I encourage students constantly in class or just, when I see them in the labs to check out the equipment. It's available for you to use anytime you want. Check out that equipment, do something outside of class to better yourself. I'm a firm believer every time you get behind the camera, you're going to learn something, you're going to get better, and your next project's going to be better because of it. So if you take the mentality of, hey, I want to keep working and get better, I tell students, stuff you do your freshman year probably shouldn't end up on your demo reel. That's where you are learning the basics. You've got to build upon that. And so you've got to keep striving outside of the classroom to do things that are going to make you more marketable to employers. And one thing I can say that's never wavered is our focus on student success and students not feeling the impact of the hard times. One worry that I have, and I will fight for students as long as I work here, is to make sure that they have the greatest and best equipment that's possible for us to get our hands on. And I want students to know that we're going to continue to fight for that. We're a firm believer that you have to get that hands-on experience, that engaged learning with the equipment you're going to see after graduation. If we're trying to teach you on 10-year-old equipment, and then you go to get an internship or a job somewhere and they're like, we don't use that technology anymore, that makes us look bad. And so the faculty and myself, we work very hard to make sure that we stay up to date with technology and try to put that technology in students' hands as much as possible. I have a passion for student success. I don't want to see you checking me out at Walmart in 10 years. I don't want that. I don't want to see you with your college degree in pocket, being a teller at Walmart. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I want you to be in this field. If this is something you're passionate about, I want to make sure you have all the tools necessary to fulfill your dreams. And so I think it's amazing to see, freshmen come in with, a little bit of passion, but not a lot of knowledge in the field, and then see them walk across the stage knowing the projects they've worked on, the dedication that they've put in, and then see where they end up after that. And so that's just kind of a personal feeling for me, of pride, because I do feel like I play a little part in that. So yeah, I just, a passion for student success. I want our students to have the best possibilities and the best, chance at getting their hands on equipment that they can so they can better themselves and hopefully meet their goals. And that's some of the highlights. I probably should have added this when you mentioned why I teach. It is the success stories, and some people it comes really easy. They I'm sure they work hard, but they get good grades and they know someone who can help get them a job. And that's great. Obviously I want everybody to get a job, but it's those ones that are kind of the underdog. We've had several students that if you told me when they started that they'd be where they are now, I would have said, I don't see it. I don't think that can happen. But they worked hard and they kept their goal in sight. And they realized to obtain that goal, the work they were going to have to put in. And I like to encourage students like that, and I like to praise students when they go through that. So, it's great to see students taking the advice that you give and say, hey, I'm not going to just rely on what I do in class. I'm going to try to do something outside of class to better myself.
Reporting for Lowdown, I'm Blake Proctor.